Hello, magandang umaga po. Ito naman siguro last for the day. Ang ating ilalabas po, ito si Win Gatchalian. Bihira lang tumira si Win Gatchalian. Kasi nga para tahimik na siya, hindi siya showy, hindi siya mayabang. Kahit minsan nung panahon na nagagawa sila ng pwesto ni Alan Peter Ketal, mayabang siya noon eh. Grace Line, magandang umaga po. Okay, mag-music muna tayo. Sara, Sara, wala nang iba.
Sara, Sara, wala nang iba. Sara, Sara lang pag-asa. Sara, Sara, siya lang makapakulong. Mga kontraktor ubusin niya. Si BBM Sandro ikulong niya. Si Tamba Zaldi ikulong niya. Tapang at malasakit ibalik, para bayan ay manahimik. Durugin ang sindikato sa korte, sa DPUA, sa DS Void, sa PhilHealth.
Okay, ito naman, ibabanat natin ang ating musika. Musika ng Tirador.
Sa Pilipinas, kilala ang tindi. Hindi kayang bayaran ni numan ang kanyang prinsipyo. Kapag may inaapi, siya ang nariyan. Kapag may bayaran, siya ang hadlang. Hindi siya tiklop sa pananakot ng iilan. Hindi siya alila ng sino mang mayaman. Kung ang kapangyarihan nila ay inaabuso, hinahawi niya yan mano-mano. Kapag ang taong bayan ang nasasakal, siya ang unang sumusugot, tumatagal. Hindi pera ang sukatan ng halaga, kundi kung sino ang lumalaban para sa masa. Toto kasing tirador, toto kasing tirador. Kakapin ang naaapi, kalaban ng sakim na mandarambong. Toto kasing tirador, toto kasing tirador. Hindi kayang bilhin ang puso niyang matibay. Mga magnanakaw sa pondo ng bayan, nanginginig kapag siya ang nandyan. Bawat piso, bawat sentimo, kailangang sagutin sa mata ng tao. Huwag ang ngiti para sa mandarambong walang pwesto, para sa sumisipsip kapag ang hustisya ang pinag-uusapan. Siya ang bantay sa gitna ng laban. Kung may nilulunod
Okay. Diretso na tayo sa ating gagawin. Okay. Baba natin, remove natin yan. Okay, ito na po. Ang ating pipresenta sa ngayon, nagtataka naman ako, nakikita ko dito may fairness din si Kwan, may sense of fairness din si Win Gatchalian. Although, parang tingin ko sa kanya, parang pure Chinese. Pero nag-amin naman siya na pure Chinese siya. Pero ang puso niya ay Pilipino. At kasi naman, naging citizen, Filipino citizen na rin siya. So, good morning, Teachers Pet TV. Morning from Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. So, si Sikwati, Binaki, Sikwati o Binaki. Maayong buntag kanimo. taga Bukidnon di ay ka, ha? Maayong buntag. So, good morning, Rico Dalangpan Recoleto. Si Grace Lang, morning po. Okay, ito po pag-usapan natin. Ito po, nakikita natin nagtanong si Win Gatchalian. Di ba, Senate President siya. Pero magkatabi sila ni Chis Escudero. Tanong siya, ang kanyang punto ng tanong ay ganito. Napansin niya na yung 375 million, tatlong taga 125, na binigay kay Sara noong 2023 ay automatic na binasura ng Commission on Audit ang kanilang resibo. Ang rason, dahil sa binigay ng direkta kay Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Dante Lachica na siyang intelligence officer ng Office of the Vice President. Pero tingnan mo naman, parang hindi naman binasura yung sa Department of Education na 110 million. Iba naman yun eh. Tapos, hindi rin binasura kaagad yung naunang binigay ng 2022 na 125 million. Pareha naman ang sitwasyon. Binigay din sa Colonel Military Intelligence Officer kay Raymond Dante Lachica. So, nagtatanong si Win Gatchalian, bakit ganon? Bakit tong sa binigay yung 2022 ay tinanggap nyo at inusisa lang ninyo ang resibo? Pero dito sa tatlong quarter sa 2023 ay automatic na hindi na tinanggihan na kahit wala pang resibo. So ito, alamin natin ngayon ang sinabi ni Win Gatchalian. Pakinggan natin. Ito si Win Gatchalian.
Ganang hapon na Miss Eileen. Tama po ba? Narinig ko kahapon na kaya na disallow yung OVP for 2023 amounting to 375 million is dahil ibinigay ni Acosta kay Lachica yung pera.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay. At so lahat yun dinis-allow in 375.
Opo.
Tinitignan ko rin tong transcripts ng House kung saan sinabi ni Acosta na yung fourth quarter of 2022, ibinigay rin yung 125 million kay Lachica. At on the same transcript, November 25 to 2024, sinabi naman ni Fajarda na ibinigay yung 37.5 million kay Colonel Nolasco. So in both instances, yung fourth quarter of 2022, tsaka yung buong DepEd confidential funds, ibinigay ng Special Dispersing Officer sa iba. Kung ganyan rin ang sitwasyon, di dapat ma-disallow rin yung fourth quarter ng 2022 at buong DepEd confidential funds. Tama po ba?
Yun po kasing sa disallowance nung sa DepEd, di ba nga, yung sa DepEd po kasi is di ba po meron na kaming na issue na credit notice. And dahil nga po sa additional information after namin ma-release yun, August 2024 po kasi yun, November 2024 nagkaroon ng CGPA. So, pinag-aaralan pa po kasi this is the first time po kung sakali man na magre-reopen kami ng settled accounts. And ito po kasing reopening is with the authority of the COA chairperson. Kaya po pinag-aaralan po kung ito ay i-reopen dahil nga po it is the first time and this involves voluminous documents na kailangang isa-isahin
Pero
po.
pag titignan natin yung circumstances, pareho eh.
Opo,
Binigay
tama
yung
po.
pera kay La Chica, binigay yung pera kay Nolasco. Kung ganun susundan natin na rational, pwedeng ma-disallow rin yung fourth quarter OVP at buong DepEd confidential funds. Tama?
Yes po, tama po.
So, pwedeng ma-disallow buong 612.5 million na confidential funds sa OVP at sa DepEd. Tama?
Tumpak, ganun talaga logic na ni Win Gatchalian. Tama. Pero bakit yung sa 125 million hindi din isalaw sa ganung dahilan?
Yes po, tama po.
At yan ay dapat ibalik
Opo,
ng
dahil,
mga accountable officers.
opo, tama po.
Bakit mahalaga ang papel ng Special Dispersing Officer?
Yung special disbursing po, officer po kasi, siya yung may responsibility to disburse yung cash advance. And dun po kasi sa nangyari sa DepEd at saka sa OBP, nung i-transfer po niya ito sa ibang tao, naputol na po yung chain of accountability. Nawala na po yung wala na siyang personal knowledge kung talaga bang ginamit ito ng mga security officers na pinagbigyan for confidential activities po talaga. And mababaliwala yung certification na this is for the confidential operations of the agency po and legal and necessary yung naging gastos po.
In your opinion ngayon na ibinigay ito sa non-Special Dispersing Officer, anong pwedeng mangyari sa pondo na sabi mo kahapon public funds?
Dahil nga po naging mali yung paggasta nito, kailangan pong ibalik ito sa pondo ng bayan.
Kung binigay sa hindi siya na SDO, non-SDO, anong pwedeng mangyari doon sa pondo?
Pwede po itong magamit sa hindi dapat paggamitan na hindi for confidential expenses.
anyway,
Maybe po na ganun.
Alright. Thank you.
Kahit ano
Mr.
pa ang
President.
rason, ay klaro po na magkaiba yung sitwasyon. Klaro po na mayroong tinatawag selective application. So, yan po ang nakita natin. So, anyway, in relation to that siguro, mabuti na rin siguro na total, ano na naman, ipakita natin yung iba. Ano pa ba? Yung sa Ligutan. Okay, siguro ipakita rin natin ito yung banat ni Attorney Season laban kay Ligutan. Nagmayabang sa labas. O sige, ipakita na lang natin. At saka komentahan natin.
At 11:29 a.m. by one of the private prosecutors, Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan. And this was posted at 11:29 a.m. by one of the private prosecutors, Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan, posting that a principal or lawyers and law students know by heart misleading questions are not allowed even in cross-examination. Now, this was posted and picked up by Inquirer.net at 11:29 a.m. today. And I surmise that this has something to do with the exchange between the private prosecutor, Attorney Kapunan, and the defense counsel, Attorney Ferrer, on the matter of the cross-examination question that Attorney Ferrer asked the prosecution's witness. And I have here a transcript because I find it troubling that the private prosecutor would do this in the middle of a courtroom hearing. Because as far as I'm concerned, impeachment court is also a court of decorum. And the rules on impeachment under Rule 18 actually prohibits participants, especially lawyers, from commenting about the merits of the case. Now, and I think it is inappropriate to do that to a fellow member of the bar because even as we sit on the opposing side of this hall, we remain to be both members of the bar, and as officers of the court, we owe each other respect, politeness or even kindness. And it doesn't take one to be a lawyer to know that the first thing that our parents teach us to do is humility.
Your Honor, in the interest of fair play, may I request that the counsel for the panel of prosecutors, Attorney Virgil Ligutan, be recognized. Your Honor.
Unfortunately, counsel, no, the presiding officer will not allow that at this time.
Your Honor, good afternoon. I confirm receipt of the manifestation with the request for subpoenas ad testificandum for the 4 intended witnesses of the prosecution for next week. I would just like to inquire the order in which the prosecution intends to present these 4 witnesses, specifically who would be their witness on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, just for our guidance.
I believe it is in the order stated Pareja, followed by Acosta, followed by Fajarda, and then
Ortonio, Your
Ortonio.
Honor. We confirm, Your Honor.
In that order. So the subpoena for Ortonio will be issued only on 18 and 19 for sure, because surely we cannot take him up on the 17th.
Thank you for the clarity, Your Honor. Second item is that we also would like to confirm that as of today, in response to the directive of the presiding officer, we have not yet received any request for any potential stipulations or any factual stipulations the prosecution intends to ask from the defense. However, the more important manifestation that I would like to make today, Your Honor, is in relation to a social media post that I happened to see. And this was posted at 11:29 a.m. by one of the private prosecutors, Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan, posting that a principal or lawyers and law students know by heart misleading questions are not allowed even in cross-examination. Now, this was posted and picked up by Inquirer.net at 11:29 a.m. today. And I surmise that this has something to do with the exchange between the private prosecutor, Attorney Kapunan, and the defense counsel, Attorney Ferrer, on the matter of the cross-examination question that Attorney Ferrer asked the prosecution's witness. And I have here a transcript because I find it troubling that a private prosecutor would do this in the middle of a courtroom hearing. Because as far as I'm concerned, impeachment court is also a court of decorum. And the rules on impeachment under Rule 18 actually prohibits participants, especially lawyers, from commenting about the merits of the case. Now, one may argue that this isn't about the merits of the case, that he probably was just commenting about what ought or ought not to do in a cross-examination, but we're not naive. What the private prosecutor is talking about is here. He can explain it. He can explain himself if the presiding officer so desires. But I really just find it in bad taste to do this at this time. And I think it is inappropriate to do that to a fellow member of the bar, because even as we sit on the opposing side of this hall, we remain to be both members of the bar, and as officers of the court, we owe each other respect, politeness, or even kindness. And it doesn't take one to be a lawyer to know that the first thing that our parents teach us to do is humility.
Your Honor.
No, I'm not yet done, Your Honor. In fact, I have asked one of our lawyers to review the actual transcript from the video that transpired between the prosecutor and Attorney Ferrer, and it would seem that in the heat of the exchange, or in the passionate exchange of the arguments between the prosecutor and Attorney Ferrer was not even actually referring to misleading questions as allowed, as implied in the social media post of Attorney Ligutan. In fact, it's here. The court can confirm this from a replay of the video. Attorney Ferrer, sinabi.
Okay. So anyway, nireklamo lang si Attorney Ferrer, nagreklamo lang si Attorney Season dahil ang mga abogado ng prosecution nagsasalita. Winarningan na sila ni Chis Escudero, huwag magsalita. Kaming mga hindi abogado diyan, pwede kami magsalita. Pero sila mga partisipante ay bawal. Kasi nga, Ohio gozaimasu, Mary Jane Andrade. So hanggang dyan lang muna, titingnan natin, pakita natin, tapos let's take what happens tomorrow. Ilan naman siguro ang unang pinaka-huli ko makita nito. Maliban na siguro, sige mag-proceed tayo siguro, pakinggan natin ng mga tinanong ng mga prosecutor. Saan na ba yung mga tinanong ng prosecutor? Napagod na sa balikan. So hanggang dyan lang muna at may gagawin ba tayo? Maraming salamat po sa lahat. At ang aking masabi, walang api kung walang magpapaapi. At ang hindi nagbabagi, ang nagbabagi ay hindi umayaw. Ang umayaw ay hindi nagbabagi. Yan ay sabi po ni the greatest Ilocano singer na kumanta ng sari-saring problema sa ulo mo'y tumuturta. Tumawa ka, bakit hindi? Tawanan mo ang iyong problema. Bye-bye, magandang umaga. Si Amik. Okay, magandang umaga po.